Greetings, fellow Southern Cameroonians. Do want Chairman Capo Daniel. I want to drop on this message. Shabbat Shalom for everybody since today na Saturday regarding Eric Tawtaw imprisonment. I call it an imprisonment because he then basically go report himself either for prison now, either for waiting trial. So Eric Tawtaw is in waiting trial. And this one na direct indictment for activity then for inside our struggle. Our people, they don't fight for self-determination since 2026, where Cameroon decide for react to legitimate grievances them for our lawyers, our teachers, and our civil society with a brutal attack against our people them. Ransacking students' quarter in Boya, raping and killing students. Their governor, Lele Afrique, declaring our people in the southwest that they are cockroaches, sending away people from Akwaya into Nigeria, calling us Biafran. The history is there for everybody to refer to. Because of those Cameroon attack, our people have their rights to self-defense. So our people acted in self-defense and invoke our rights to protect our villages from being burnt and attack the Cameroon army, which were the primary instrument for Cameroon scorched earth policy against our people. But it has not gone according to plan or according to the will of our people, because you know people have used this struggle for everything other than what it is supposed to be. Eric Tawtaw is one of the key players in our struggle, and his indictment is what I want to address. I will address it briefly because, as you can see, I'm doing it at my work and I don't have my notes with me. I will just run it through as my initial reaction. This is what our people should know. Number one thing, this indictment should be welcome because, as a matter of principle, the victims are real. The victims are our people. More than 200 people were dismembered as a result of Eric Tawtaw's actions. His instigations, his directions, and his command over forces in Fako and Meme, and in there are three main areas where he used to have influence and where his policies were implemented. We have the lady in Miselele in particular, the teacher whose hands was chopped off. I personally paid for her hospital bill, part of her hospital bill, because you can never fully pay that. Initially, when Eric Tawtaw was injected in this struggle, I was the only one who was opposed to him. Our people have to understand the role they have played in this issue. All those who were clapping for Eric Tawtaw when he was doing his garri-process, and the name calling he was giving to me, calling me names, insulting me, and all of those of you, because you were thinking that you were in the IG group, an IG group which I created. I'm the founding member of the IG group. Look at what have come about. Look at the result. Today he is answering for his crime. So the first thing is that this imprisonment of Eric Tawtaw going to prison, not because of the money he stole from the American government, but because of his actions against our people, committing crimes against our people. He is now in prison. Our people should first welcome it because it is the beginning of sanity, a wake-up call to the rest of our Ambazonian leaders and activists that impunity will not last forever for those who see our people as valueless, helpless people, that they can use them as tool for our ideology or our aspiration in any way they choose to. They are wrong, and there will be consequences. I don't want to over labor on this issue, but the first point is that this arrest, imprisonment of Eric Tawtaw for waiting trial should be welcomed by our people. But also, we know that there are Cameroon government officials, CPDM members, people like Ngala Gerard, who were responsible, directly responsible, had command responsibility over the Fulani militia that he imported from Nigeria, who were involved in the Garbu massacre, are still working freely in Cameroon. Paul Atanganji, who is also linked with false flag Ambazonian attacks, who is a father of the DDR. His group have been incorporated into the DDR. Should not think that he is free. We have well documented the activities of everybody who have committed crimes against our people, whether it is from the Ambazonian side or it's from the Cameroon government side. And I will continue to advocate on the victims of this war and those who have invited the Cameroon military to use them against their rivals, those who have used the Ambazonian fighters to settle communal scores, to go after political rivals. We will make sure that there will be accountability for every victim, every life that has been lost. War is not a blank check to attack civilians, to attack citizens going about their day-to-day job. It is important that justice be done. For those who may be confused, remember that when Eric Tawtaw was first indicted, Ayabacho and his group, they were all celebrating. So it should not be surprising for our people to see mixed reaction. They should never be confused when it comes to our people. When our people are being killed innocently, immorally, wrongfully, it must be condemned and there must be justice. It doesn't matter who is doing it. The second thing our people should understand is the ramification of what is going on. We know that 4 people that I know that I have evidence, Tapang Ivor, Sako Ikome, Christopher Anu, and the other ones I don't want to name, their houses were all raided by the FBI. Mobile phones and computer were confiscated in related to investigation for crimes that was committed during this our struggle or using this our struggle. Those crimes were well documented. They were investigated, but the Biden administration decided not to push forward with any case against these people. Some of them had loose link to crimes that they instigated or their group instigated. We understand what happened because we have good relationship and good standing with Americans, and a lot of people respect me. Human rights actors on the ground respect me. All of them will engage with me, so we know we have good, accurate information about what is going on. So the fact that the Trump administration, her lady who is in charge of the Justice Department, have decided to go ahead with this case now with Eric Tawtaw should be a wake-up call to all of us, Southern Cameroonians, including people who think that it doesn't relate to them. This is the reason. When this struggle started, we had the American ambassador, Berlin, Henry Peter Berlin, who was in Yaoundé, who was indicting Paul Biya for crimes against our people, which create a legal basis for our right of self-defense. Internationally, it was accepted. It is accepted that our people should go in for self-defense. We have that choice. People had the right to defend their villages that were being burnt by the Cameroon scorched earth policy. We had the right to organize ourselves and defend ourselves. No doubt about that. But that does not mean we have right to commit war crimes. So, there is a justification for our case. But what we should understand, which PRAP is trying to figure out, we have contacted some few legal practitioners in America to get advice. First, to get the court documents. Reading from the website of the Justice Department in America about this case, you cannot get a clear picture of how the indictment against Eric Tawtaw have been put together, because it is very important to see how the case is framed, to know the mindset of the prosecutor and, to a large extent, the Justice Department of Donald Trump. Because if they are now claiming, America is claiming that Ambazonia, we are trying to create a new country, it is now more in line with what Paul Biya have been saying and their propagandists. So it's very worrying. People who have been contributing money to that guy may be in trouble. Ambazonians who are in America, because Trump is working on a new policy which is based on an ancient law called the Alien Enemy Act that seeks to deport people from America who even have legal status. People whose asylum cases have been granted, some with American citizenship, others with green cards, who have already been admitted in America. The Trump administration seeks to use inadmissibility to go against those people. So people could be deported because they were in this struggle. Those are the potential risks that we seek to assess. But until we get the court document itself, and seek some of our legal mind. We'll come back to you on that. So it's very worrying. It is a wake-up call. It is a welcome thing when justice prevails. And look at the common denominator. Eric Tawtaw, his campaign against our people, calling for dismemberment, was aided and supported by this guy called Michael Nam. Now he's in trouble. You look at Ayabacho. Ayabacho, the reason why Ayabacho is crime against humanity is because he targeted a group of people, Francophones. He went after Francophones as a group of people. That is why it's a crime against humanity. Guess what is the common denominator? Michael Nam. Michael Nam was supporting Ayabacho, lobbying them, deceiving them to go against Francophone. And remember that Konda Titus deceived Ayabacho to implement a policy to ban taxi color. It came from them. So we should know that infiltration is real. Cameroon manipulation and entrapment of our soldiers, of our peoples and diaspora leaders is real, because most of them are stupid. Most of them don't know what they are doing. They are not smart. They are not capable of appreciating intelligence and know how to protect themselves. Don't say I told you so, because I have warned our people many times. But we never miss an opportunity to miss opportunity. We always take things for granted. We think things are easy. But reality is catching up with people. From the beginning of this struggle, I have always been more worried about this conduct, criminal conduct. I talk about the writings of Mao Zedong, who was warning about liberation movements, that the more danger is to how you keep a coherent policy that adheres to certain standards, which is what we have failed in. So it's not time for blame game, but we'll have a comprehensive address of this issue and bring you more details once we get the court document. Have a good day. Shabbat Shalom.